morning from Tanzania, guys. We just crossed the border. I'm looking like this because we literally slept in the car. If you watched my previous video, you'll know we could not find somewhere decent at the border to sleep. There were delays in our clearance, so we just decided to sleep in the car and clear everything and leave. Good morning.
Good morning from Tanzania.
Today our plan is to get to Bukoba. There are a lot of things we need to do in Bukoba. We actually, when we were doing our research, we realized that there is a lot to do in Bukoba. We have already wasted 2 days somewhere along the road, especially in Uganda. I don't know how we will compensate for them, but we still have to cover this entire lake. The circuit has to be completed. So just stay tuned, and as usual, if you're new to my channel, I'm telling you, you're missing out on a lot, and I'm glad that you've come at this time. Watch till the end of this video, and if you find it interesting, subscribe and hit that like button, and then comment there that you're a new member and welcome to the virtual family. So I'm Liv Kenya, and I'm with my 6 other friends. We're actually 6 of us, so it's Liv Kenya, me, and 5 other friends, and we are on a road trip around Lake Victoria. We call it Lake Victoria Circuit, and let's have fun. This is how the Tanzanian roads look from Mutukula border, and we are going towards Bukoba. So we just passed Kagera River. This one runs all the way from Lake Victoria to Rwanda. Do you think it's an outlet or is it an inlet? I'm not very sure. It's called Lake Victoria has a lot of inlets and very few outlets.
Yeah.
That is why River Nile is one of its biggest outlets. So I would think it is an inlet. Is it the same? I think, and I also think it's the same river that goes all the way to Rwanda.
Yes.
To Akagera
National Park.
Akagera National Park. Now I don't know if it is Akagera or Akagera. You guys,
Yeah.
I think you guys are the people in Rwanda are in a better position to tell us, because it could be Akagera, it could be Akagera, I don't know. But as we just call it
Kagera. That's how
the river is Kagera, but the national park is Akagera.
Yes.
It's just pronounced, it's written the way we've said it, but pronunciation, I'm telling you,
Akagera.
it's very different, especially Bantus have a special way of pronouncing words.
So the trip continues. We are close to 50 kilometers to Bukoba.
This is supposed to be a 1-hour trip. All know that there is a speed limit of 50 kilometers per hour in Tanzania. We're in Tanzania, by the way.
Yes.
So, and there are a lot of police checks. So we'll just follow slowly until when we get there. We're expecting it to be 2 hours. So guys, since we began our journey, we have covered 1,400 kilometers. We have also crossed 2 borders, that is Busia border and Mutukula border. Both of them are East African borders, and the requirements to cross the border that you guys have been asking about are on the description box. So in case you have any other questions, just write them on the comment section and I'll be able to answer them in the question and answer video that is coming soon. guys, we are approaching Bukoba and we have already seen the view of the lake from a distance. We can't wait to show you. Bukoba is just a land of many different physical features. There are hills, there are valleys, there is flatland, there is the lake. It is a land of plenty. And there is a lot of similarity between this side of Bukoba and Rwanda. There are a lot of bananas. Even the names seem to be a bit similar. I think this place is very close to Rwanda. Welcome to Bukoba. I'm so excited because this is my first time in this city and we got here a little exhausted. So we went straight to our hotels. But I can't wait to see what this city has to offer. So guys, we arrived in Bukoba safely. We even checked into our hotel. 8,100 Kenyan shillings for the 3 rooms, and it's a very decent place. I hope I'll be able to show you in the morning. So we've had our lunch, we've just relaxed, bonding with each other. You know, we are just worried that the trip is about to end and we just need to bond some more. We are leaving this place. We want to just check out how Bukoba town looks like, because today was our resting day. We are going to just check out how the town looks so that tomorrow we have so many activities to do. We'll not go out blindly, we'll know what to do. So this is the hotel, how it looks on the outside. This is where we are staying. It's just it's a decent place, I would say. At least there is Wi-Fi, some rooms have TV. The main highway is there where you can see the motorbike passing. So this is how the hotel looks. It's called Westlake Bukoba Hotel. So guys, let's go and check out how the town looks. It is a bit late, so I might not show you everything, but just know tomorrow very early in the morning we're exploring this city. It is next to the lake. And that is how it looks. They have the best services ever. As usual, Tanzania people are just courteous. They are very courteous. Millie could not believe how nice those guys were. We've seen a very beautiful island, and apparently where we are staying, the hotel, is very close. It's literally, if you walk, it will be like maybe 7 minutes to the lake, and I'm excited. We've been told the island is called Musira. I don't know if it is you know, in Tanzania, L and R sound almost the same, so we've been told it's Musira. So probably it is Musila. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but it looks like there are some people who live there because there are houses, and that means that there are boats or a ferry that goes there every day to pick people and to take them back. And if there is a boat or a ferry that takes people there, I think I'll go there. Those are houses. Those white things you see are houses. And then they have a very beautiful beach. Look at this. So this is their version of Mamangina. So people just come here in the evening to chill and to enjoy the breeze and see the nice view. Today it was a bit cloudy. No, the sunset was sun. But you can get a very good sunrise. Yeah. We were hoping that we'd come and have a sunset here, but from what we see, the sun sets on this side. So here, for you to get a good view of the effect of the sun on the lake, it has to be a sunrise. We are in Bukoba and we are staying at Westlake Hotel. It is somewhere by the main road, and we took 3 rooms, 2, per room. We stayed two people per room, and we had a very heavy breakfast. I think that one is enough to even cover up to lunch, but many times we say that, but we still get a snack for lunch. In fact, people are complaining that on this road trip we are eating too much. Most of the time we take 2 meals or 1 heavy meal, but this time it looks like we are taking 3 meals. So we had a lot of things to do today because this is our last day in Bukoba. So many things, in fact, we've written it in our book, but I don't think we'll manage to do it because it's been raining since we woke up, and right now it is midday, actually 30 minutes past midday, and we have done nothing. Look at the weather. We could have done something yesterday, but not yesterday during the day, but we got here when we were very tired, and we are human, you know, we are human, we have to rest. So we'll just do as much as we can as we wait for the skies to clear and also to have some sun. We wanted to go to the island that I showed you yesterday. It is somewhere by the lake. It is inhabited by a fishing community, but because of the winds and the rain, it will be difficult for us to go to the island. You know how the weather affects sailing, so it might be difficult for us to go to the lake, to the island, but we're still hoping that the skies will clear so that we can go there, because I'm very interested in that island. It looks so good. So guys, if you're joining me for the first time, we're doing a Lake Victoria circuit. Lake Victoria is the 2nd largest lake in Africa, and it is a freshwater lake. It is covered by 3 countries, the original East African countries, Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania. So we've already covered the Kenyan side. We've covered the Ugandan side. We just got here yesterday from Uganda. We used the Mutukula border, and our first town was Bukoba, and we are here right now. When you come here, there are a lot of accommodation provided by churches. There's a lot of restriction on the order of how you get to sleep. They have this thing called the Jinsia rule, where 2 women cannot sleep together or 2 men cannot sleep together. But that one, I think, for their own reasons, I'm sure they have their own reasons, but some places are a bit easy on that. So when you come here, think of that when we are trying to get accommodation. So I'll take you where we were yesterday in evening so that you can see clearly. In the evening, people just come to enjoy the breeze and look at the lake. We even came across some Tanzanian photographers. They were telling us a lot of stories about this place. So we are a group of 6 people. The other 3 people are in the other car. And this is a Subaru trip. So this time Pearl has a friend.
Good morning.
And
Afternoon.
oh, it's actually afternoon. So that is Hadia.
Yes.
And then the guy behind the camera is Patrick. This time we decided to travel with more people, because many of you have been requesting to go on trips with us. So I posted that I was going on this trip on my social media platforms, and 3 more people came through, and I'm so grateful for that. We would give the itinerary, give the guidance, and also maybe we could arrange some accommodation, but we'll be the ones paying the food. We could just suggest places to pick where we usually eat. You pay for yourself. Basically everything was free of charge. What I mean by free of charge is we gave out the itinerary free of charge, guiding people free of charge, organizing a couple of activities, accommodation and food free of charge. Usually the travel agencies pay for sell that, but we just gave it free. We gave those free of charge, but it is self-drive and self-catering, meaning that you come with your car. Even some people did not come with their car, but they someone who came with their car had enough space for them. So it was self-drive and self-catering, meaning that you're supposed to cater for everything yourself. You don't give us money, but you pay for your own expenses. In Bukoba, we've realized there are plenty of hills. Look at the hills up there. A few rocks here and there. There is the lake. There are plenty of water streams. I'm just driving. I even don't know where we are going. Yeah, it looks like a developed city. Actually, it's a city. Bukoba. This looks like a school. There's a school nearby. So guys, while we were passing, we came across this church. We even don't know which church this is, but looks beautiful. This is a Catholic church. We came all the way to see if we can get anyone around who will give us permission to go down there, because just below there is the lake. And guess what? You see where we are standing? And down there, it's a pub. And it's right next to the church. Now we are trying to understand how that happens. These people are just laughing. That is very interesting, and it looks like it's a very popular place, because you can see there are places for there are swings for kids to play. There is some playing ground down there. Our tour continues. It's just a self-drive, or do you call it a self-tour? We're just taking ourselves around. There will be more rocks next to the lake, and that is why Mwanza is known as the Rock City, and it is one of those places that is in the bucket list for some of the people who are on this trip. I've been to Mwanza before, so I checked that one off my bucket list, but for the other three, they've never been to Mwanza. So we are trying to compare these towns and cities to see which is the best town or city or island that is around Lake Victoria. Eco Beach. One of the Tanzanians we came across, the photographer, yesterday at the beach, told us that we should come to this place. Oh my God, look at that. This is so cute. Now I understand why that guy recommended this place. Just how beautiful can a small club look? Just imagine how this place would look in the evening. We are coming back here for supper. Look at this. The waves. Woo! It's insane. I tell you guys, this is insane. I love the fact that the rock is next to the lake. There is settlements of people on one side, and it looks like it's just one huge rock. Probably there are so many other rocks just on the route here, on the route to the island, and that is just one of these many rocks. That is what I think it is, but this was a good recommendation. Always talk to the locals. You will find out so many things you never thought you'd ever see in this life. Club de Mambo. We will be back. We are returning here for dinner, my friends. We had planned to have dinner in the resort where we are staying, but here, after seeing this, we are returning here. Guys, we've just passed a fish market, and the fish that I've seen there are mostly the small fish. There is daga. Yeah, mostly daga. Daga, some call it silver fish, others daga, others omena. Kenyans call it omena. The Nile perch here and the mudfish here, they're not as big as the ones we saw in Port Bell. So that is also something to note. But otherwise, I can't wait to be back. I'm just going around, but my head is still back there. Echo Beach. So guys, these are the German pillars. There are two of them. There is this one and there is the other one up there. So it is just when you are heading towards, when you take it's called Shore Road. Yes, when you approach the beach, you will just see it by the road on your left. It is in a very vast field. I'm not seeing any kind of security, any kind of enclosure. The beach is literally behind us, but now the most sad part is that this place is just full of street families, and there is also some dumping site next to it. It's just, I'm sad. Hadia, yeah? Can you believe this historical site is next to where street families stay, and it is not protected in any ways, and there is even a dumping site next to that. It is very sad. Yeah. Because if these people decide to knock this pillar down, history will be forgotten like that.
I can't find any story online about it, but there was a Bukoba war between the British and the Germans in 1915 or thereabout. So I believe the Germans had a fortress here. They occupied Tanzania first.
Yes, I think Tanzania was first colonized by Germans. And then there was a war between the Germans and the British people, and then it was over. The British people took over.
Yeah, so I believe this is the aftermath of the Bukoba war.
So there was a fortress here.
Yes, a German fortress and a wireless station.
Yes. So after during the war, it was hit, and maybe these are the remnants. Maybe if the German ships are coming, they would know that this is Bukoba. You see, like the way they usually have like those, they're called what, the watchtowers or something, that usually directs ships. This could be that version of theirs.
Possible.
Yes. So there are three pillars. One is right at the beach, and there are two here. The public beaches, you can see it is sandy. I think it requires some little maintenance. Otherwise, it is sandy, and it can be a very nice place to have a picnic. Now guys, like I've said, there's some street families that stay around the place where the pillars are. So when you come here, I'm not saying they're violent, but just ensure you don't come alone. Come at least with one more person or two more people, and if possible get a local so that they can get you closer to the pillars. It's free of charge. We've not paid even a single cent. Nobody has stopped us. We've not seen any office where we are supposed to report to. Otherwise, let's go to the city and see what else is in there. The first thing you see when you're approaching Bukoba town, you will see a very beautiful church. It's a Catholic church, and I think it's one of the landmarks in Bukoba. I can't wait to get closer and show you guys. Woo. But from what I can tell is that Bukoba is an old town. Yes, it is an old town because there are many old buildings. Some have been renovated, some have not been renovated, but it is an old town. So guys, the church is in the shape of the cross. You can see that side, this side and that side, and then there is the one behind there, and behind there there is a cardinal who has been buried behind there, and there is one bishop, and there is one more space for the next. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's in that shape. The architecture is just out of this world. This is so beautiful.
Yeah, they say that the first African cardinal was buried there.
Yes.
There are two tombs. So there are two cardinals that have been buried there, and then there's one empty tomb for a future
either bishop or
yes,
cardinal
that will be buried. Yes.
And then you remember the church that we went to, the very first church we went to, it is in Bunene. It was made in 1914, right?
Yes, 1914.
1914. It should be the oldest church around. It makes a lot of sense because of that architecture. It just looked like an old church. At least we've seen one of the oldest churches, and one of the most magnificent church I've ever been to is this one. Woo. I have realized that the churches here are not considered as a tourist attraction. Yet once you get in, you realize it's a very beautiful place that can attract so many people. When you're just getting into Bukoba, you will see it from a distance. You'll see the cross from a distance. You'd be curious to know what else is in there. And one thing I've noticed is, I don't think Bukoba is considered as a touristic town, yet it has a lot to offer, like the local government needs to consider. So guys, we'll be exploring more of Bukoba in our next episode before we head to my favorite city in Tanzania. You will find out in the next episode. So stay tuned and comment below on what you think of Bukoba so far, or any other town that we have explored. Don't forget to like the video, share with your friends, and also subscribe if you are new to the channel. Till next episode, guys. Bye.